All right, welcome to it, everyone. Hopefully you guys can all hear me okay. Let me know if the sound is good. We are live on Facebook and YouTube, so I'll follow along with the chat on both. If you guys want to comment along, we are live at the Leather Pocket for our end of season league playoffs. And we got a great first round matchup. Broken English taking on Apex. You'll see some nice team shirts from Team Apex. Not to be confused with Tyson Baudistel, whose shirt looks very similar to the Apex shirts. But let me just get these comments loaded up here, everyone. Saw a question from Q Sports Live viewer. Are we streaming the King of the Hill today? I think we will be live in Winnipeg as well. Rod Arriagada, our Winnipeg counterpart, live over there. So make sure you guys show him some love as well and share the stream lots for us. So let me just get these comments loaded up. And I am doing solo commentary, I think, for either all day or majority of the day, but we only have 3 matches for you today. There were 8 teams began the playoffs here. And I'm just going to share the stream a little bit myself. And just share it to the Leather Pocket page as well. Some clapping going on over there. Sounds like first game on the board for one of the other teams over there. We got 4 matches going on. 8 teams is 4 matches. And we've got, this is quite the barn burner of a first match. It's Jeff Wanless, his Leather Pocket's old league manager, taking on his wife's team, Lan Fong, playing on Broken English. So, of course, it was an easy first stream pick for me. Of course, Jeff's done a ton of work making sure Leather Pocket was taken care of in the transition. And he's done a fantastic job helping me run this league. I'm very thankful for his help. And I'm very thankful for the help of Sam Beard, who was in here yesterday. Sam Gator helped me set up some shelves for our stream cameras. So we got some permanent cameras we can leave up there on the tripod and just kind of unplug and plug back in. So we got Team Apex on the left. I'll do my best to keep up with both tables, but it can be a little tough to follow along. And yes, Kevin in the YouTube chat, it is standard 8-ball play today. And these teams are going to race to 13. First one to win 13 games. Points don't matter. So hopefully the sound is okay, everyone, and the picture is okay. Let me know if you can. That would be just great. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Good afternoon, Brenda, if you can hear me. And so there's going to be a match. This first match started around noon. Second match is going to be at 2. Third match at 4. And then the final 4 teams will come back tomorrow and do it all over again. 12, 2, and 4 o'clock will be the start of the final. Looks like Jeff with a nice run out there to put Apex on the board with an ERO to start off the tournament. That's a good start. Tyson's dry break was fully punished. So if somebody could do me a huge favor, just let me know if the sound and the picture is okay. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Oh, great. Thank you, Brenda. Appreciate it. And Kathy. Much appreciated. And thank you guys for tuning in, and everybody else just tuning in. If you guys can do me a favor, click that share button. We got lots of great pool today. And kind of a feature of Q Sports Live is this little split screen action for the team events, which we love to do. And I'll just give you guys a little idea. We can also go to a single table view, a little bit something like this. So we can watch as the match gets tighter. This is an interesting matchup in a couple different ways, but on the right-hand table here, we've got most points throughout the year was paid out, and that's John Savoy. And we have top lady, Tony Sakamoto, who was also my Scotch doubles partner from VNEA, where we took down the Masters division. So tough to pick a player to root for here. John's our tournament director, so I'm not sure how I feel about this one. Soul match is very conflicting for me. They're all good friends, so I don't know who to cheer for. Some of the other matches are easier to pick who to cheer for. Hello, Barb. Nice to see you. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to have lots of great pool today. This was our 2800 Fargo and under division, but some really fantastic teams. Sounds like another win over there from the Hustle, who finished in the 8th seed, playing the number 1 seed Bus Boys, and they're up 2-0 and shooting on the other table. So some good stuff unfolding over there already. Could we see an early upset? If you guys want to watch some of the other action, come down and check it out. Leather Pocket Billiards. Great food. Great friends. Really great tables. We got 8 7-foot diamonds, 8 9-foot diamonds, 4 valleys, and a Predator 9-foot. And they're always kept real nice. Real clean. One thing I hear lots of people like about Leather Pocket tables are always real clean. Looks like Tony going to work over there on that right-hand table. A little bit messy, though. She's got some work to do for sure. But she's got balls in good spots to develop stuff. So I like her chances. She's looking, if she pots this, looks to be the 9 ball. Where's this cue ball going? Can it miss the 4 and miss the bottom left? No, she crashed the 4. But she's still got, looks like the 14 or the 13. Both pretty tough pots. Does she have this other ball? What is that? The 12 down there? That would make a world of difference. Looks like the 14 over there, actually. The 10 is on the left. Oh, she overcut it, trying to get something into that cue ball. But look at this for second prize. Put the white ball right on the back rail for Johnny. He's got the 3 ball in jail. He's got the 4. Looks like covering most of that bottom left corner. So the opening shot on this 2 is not easy anyway. And Derek Rischel's on the left-hand table. He's going to get ball in hand with 3 balls in the 8. And this is pretty routine. Just try to land straight on the ball on the side after, then just roll forward a little straight on the next ball, the 10. Pretty routine finish here to start their campaign. Oh, but he's taking his eye off that one a little bit. Some of those easy pots, that can happen a ton. Just kind of take it for granted a little bit. But also, first game jitters, as you've heard me say before. So is everybody watching World Snooker today as well? That started. Nice bank shot from Joshua. He's going to have to come with another one. Oftentimes on these little bank shots, I try to find a 2-way. So I like to bank this 8 in the bottom right and send the cue ball 3 rails, hopefully freeze on the 4th rail where he's standing. At least leave it a little tough if I happen to miss the bank. Because this way you miss the bank, it's pretty hard not to sell out. The other way, I think the cue ball is pretty natural to come around kind of off 4 rails or onto the 4th rail there. And it looks like the hustle is going to go up 3-0 over there. They're on the 8 ball. Maria Downey shooting the 8 ball over there. Some interesting dynamics going on in these matches. Some side betting I heard was happening, a little side action, which you love to see. Make it a little more interesting for the fans. And this 8 ball for Joshua to take the first game, and he does just that. His first game puts Apex up 2-0. Let's get a little closer look at this table here with Tony shooting stripes. And she's got 1 ball in jail down here. It looks like the 14. She's going to try to get on it right now. She's trying to slide up that right side rail and shoot the 14 in the bottom left by the 4, but she hit it a little bit. Looks like Shannon cheering on Martin Levesque. Martin playing with Team Apex. And if you're new to watching these league playoffs, we stream them every year, but this is the first year we've split the divisions. So we had a lower handicap division. So we'll be streaming today and tomorrow, but we'll also be streaming next weekend as well. Next Saturday and Sunday, we'll have the 3,200 Fargo Cap division. That's a great effort, really great effort from Tony there. And we're going to see Wayne Chow with broken English going to break on the other table, so we'll send you back over to the split screen here. And if anybody's out there wondering how to get involved in this, it's quite easy. You can send me a message personally. You can send the Leather Pocket Facebook page a message. You can call the Leather Pocket. You can come in person and sign up. All kinds of different ways. We have a great summer league. It's going to be starting in the first week of June. Lots of different options there. We have a 9-ball, 8-ball, and a 10-ball for summer league. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for that. And we have been known for having the best payouts of any league in the city. I believe it's $4,500 to the winner of this playoffs. Good chunk of change there. And just endless amounts of fun. Personally, I've always been the biggest fan of team events. I love team events. It's the most fun. Just the nerves and the pressure is awesome. It's what we play for. And I love seeing the teams try to have each other's back, you know. Always nice to watch. I'm looking forward to next weekend when the other playoffs are. My team will be playing. That'll be good fun. We always have a great time. We have a good team too, so I'm expecting some greatness from them. Oh, and Johnny catches some horns on that side shot, and he's going to get punished here. I think Tony's got to go back and forth with this cue ball when she pots the 11. Kind of play it with a touch of inside and just send that cue ball back and forth, but she only needs to beat middle table to get a shot on the 14 on that top rail. So it doesn't need to be overhit. I like her chances. Just like this. And just beat center table. And she's fine. Perfect angle here. I think the 8 goes in the left-hand side pocket or in the bottom left. I think the side will be the play here. She can just kind of slide up the right side rail a little bit. Just like this. And Tony is showing why she's a champion. She's won a lot this year. And last year and every year before that. She won the Platinum Ladies 8-ball singles at BCA. This is a BCA league, so she's showing why she's one of the top ladies in all of BCA league. Not just in Calgary, not just in this league. And as I was mentioning there, we got the other match going on the other table. And make sure, if you guys are in the area, come check out Leather Pocket Billiards. Really great pool room if you've never been here. They got great rates, of course. Hourly rates, but also play all day rates, which happen to be the hot seller. So you got $15 play all day on the Valley, you got $20 play all day on the 7-foot diamond, and you got $25 to play all day on the 9-foot diamond. You can't beat that. You know, personally, as a player, I really took advantage of that $25 play all day rate. I played a lot. This is a game you got to practice a lot. So it looks like we got about 40 people watching between YouTube and Facebook. Maybe you guys can give me a share there, show some love. That's all we ever ask of these free streams, is that you guys click the share button, click the like and follow on the Facebook and the YouTube, subscribe. So we've got Ahmed on the left-hand table. We've got Martin on the right-hand table. Apex shooting on both tables with a 2-1 lead racing to 13. Ahmed was trying to get into that 3 and do something with it, but didn't get it developed, and he's got a world of trouble down here near the bottom left. That 8-ball's in a funny spot for sure. Could play some kind of weird 3-ball combo here. I don't know if he can see through to the 7. Let's take a look here on the full screen. Quickly. Doesn't look like it. I'll go back so we don't miss Martin's shot there. We've got a Martin fan in the house, Shannon. We don't want to have you missing any of those shots. We played rail first onto the 7 to try to make it. And this is not bad, although he's given up a pretty good opportunity for Wayne to deal with maybe his only tough ball, the 13, and then he'll need to figure out something to do with the 8 later, but it banks. It banks, and he's got a couple balls down there to use to break it out, so I wouldn't worry about the 8. Probably just pop the 13 here. Maybe I'll get another share happening here with this stream, right? You know, that's the way to do it. Ask you guys to do it. I got to do it too. Let's share it to Calgary pool scene. Let's share it to Alberta Billiards. Let's share it to Red Deer pool scene, Lethbridge pool scene. Okay, that's enough spamming for 1 minute now. Let's not spam them too much. And as I mentioned before, we are going to be live as well tomorrow starting at noon, so make sure you guys set your alarms. Be the final matches. The final 4 teams will play tomorrow. We have the finals scheduled for 4 o'clock, but it is true double elimination, so the team coming from the one-loss side will need to beat the winner side team twice, and we have had that happen quite a bit in this league. I've been a part of it once where we won the first set, couldn't pull off the second, but as we all know, playoffs are a new season. We're witnessing it over on table 5 and 6 with the girls are taking on the number 1 seed and they're beating them. We got Lan Fong on the right-hand table there, trying to work out those stripes. They're in an awkward position. The 14 is awkward, as well as the stripe up near that green 6. Looks like the 13 ball is buried back there. That's going to be the ball she needs to get on. Meanwhile, Wayne Chow on the left-hand table. Looking pretty good to clean those up. 8 ball will still be a bit of a menace. And it's going to be extremely tough to get on that 8. I think he has to just play bank shape. The other option is play to get straight in on the 8 and try to follow it in past the 5, like make the 5 and have the 8 follow it in. It could be a shot. Personally, I like the bank. I think is maybe a little more predictable. But only he knows. And Wayne is a great player, so he'll pick the right shot, I'm sure. This is actually a really nice angle to thin the right side of this ball. You just have to miss the horn. And the cue ball should kind of slide up this left side rail. He just has to beat the side pocket, get past the side pocket. Left side pocket, and then he could shoot the 8 in the lower right. I think that is on. Obviously from the camera angle can be a little deceiving. I'll see what he chooses. He's definitely going to take his time, make sure he makes a good decision. As you know, in team play, I think that's one of the most important things, is just making good decisions. You can miss balls, it's okay. Everybody's human, but just don't make bonehead decisions, I think. It's super important. So you'll see them take just a little longer over some shots to make sure they're choosing wisely. Where's this going? Underneath it. He's crashing it, and he's banking it, as predicted. Just probably not how he drew it up. He was trying to go underneath that, and it was a pretty good line. If he had missed the 8, he was going to have a shot on the side, I believe. But this is perfect. These are the kind of banks that you got to favor yourself to make probably 80% of the time, maybe 90%. I always like to think if I shot it 10 times, I'm going to make it 8 or 9 times. Just give it a nice speed, not too hard. Just give it a little tap so it can slop in there if you miss it to the end rail. Just like this, slop in there, and nope, missed it by too much. Sometimes you can get caught up in that speed too, where you're trying to play that slop in speed and then you don't really give it the full chance to go in. So I do like it a little more firm than what he played it, but banks are never hangers. Banks are always a little tough. Hopefully everybody out there is enjoying the stream. If you guys can do me a big favor, click that share button. Make sure you click the thumbs up on the YouTube if you're watching along there and listening to the commentary. I know not everybody has it on, but Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Share it with your friends. We got lots of great matches. We got another round coming up at 2 and then a round at 4 o'clock. So I believe that the 2 o'clock round will be the winner side and the 4 o'clock round will be the one-loss side. But lots of pressure-packed pool today is going to be some great viewing. Personally, I'm just a huge fan of these team formats. What a great shot there from Lan on the right side table. And if you guys are curious, we have table 7 on the left. Or sorry, table 7 on the right. Table 8 on the left. That's not confusing at all. And I love to see, you know, even though it's pressure-packed pool, there's still some laughs going on. You got to have fun. I think that's so important. Super important. If anybody's ever watched some pool with the team that I played on, Barry's team, we were always laughing a lot of laughs. Kept each other loose and just had fun. You know, you play better when you're having fun. So does he play the combination? I thought he might contemplate the combo, but it's easy to lose the 6 ball. I think playing it this way is fine as long as you don't overhit this. And he's going to be just okay. That's actually perfect. It's a nice little shot from Ahmed there on the left table. He's a guy that's put in quite a bit of work into his game over the last year or so. In here practicing lots, playing different tournaments, all kinds of different competition. He's going to come up a little short here. He's going to need to be banking this now. Not a problem. Can't panic. Got to just make a shot. You're going to have to make lots of good shots. Lan got a little slappy at that one. That's a tough shot on that right side table there. She had work to do. Couldn't just pot the ball. She had to develop something. The 14 is in jail, so she needed a good angle on the next ball. And that'll take your eye off the objective. So Ahmed banking this ball right back where he's standing. He's hit it a little too hard, I think, to get it to grab. Oh, and he's lost the cue ball, so that's going to be a concede over there. And we got a tie match, folks. Broken English ties it up 2 apiece. And we're over to Martin here, trying to regain the lead for Apex, but he's in a world of hurt. Although I feel like he has a slight advantage because of where the 8 ball is. The 8 ball is available to him, but the 14 is not available to Lan. So if you can recognize that, then you can kind of keep it contained a little. Just don't leave her a chance to move it or move it for her. See what he chooses. I think he's got to flick the left side of the 2 really thin and try to send the cue ball off the end rail and freeze back up on those balls. I think that's the shot here. See if he recognizes it. Looks like he did. And he's executed it really well. That's a great shot. Really great shot from Martin there. And we're going to have Joshua playing Tyson on the other tables. Back to the split screen view. We got Joshua to break here. Wrapping those stylish jam-up team shirts, looking real nice. I really like those designs. I even told those guys I want one too. I'll be a part of the team too. Oh, he hit this break really good. Does he make a ball? Head back in the air. He can't believe that. He hit it real good. Hit a ball, goes straight towards the side, just caught the horn. Let's see what Lan does here. I think she needs to thin this 12, miss the scratch, and send the cue ball 2 rails side to side, and hopefully land underneath this. Looks like the 9 ball up here. I mean, can she go either way to execute that? Or possibly that's not on. Maybe the scratch in the side pocket is on. Tricky little spot she's in here. Does anybody have predictions on what the score might be? I think it's going to be 13-11, but I don't know for who. But I think it's going to be real close. Right down to the wire. And I wonder if the Hill-Hill game is Lan and Jeff. You think they would do that? Husband-wife, Hill-Hill? I feel like they would have filled out the score sheet so that doesn't happen, but you never know. That's kind of what I was afraid of there, is that maybe that scratch was unavoidable. It looked like it was. So a good chance for Martin to regain the lead for Apex here. I think if the 6 goes, then this is not a problem. I think it definitely goes in the left side pocket. And I kind of like playing the 2 ball first and then the 6 in the upper left if it goes there too. But I do like playing the 2 first, I think. I don't think it really matters that much either. It's pretty routine from here. You just got to make shape on 1 ball. 8's over the side, so he's overdrawn this. He's created some work for himself. I really like going to the 6 ball to get on the 8 rather than the 2 to get on the 8. It's almost foolproof where the 6 was. Now he's got to make a good pot, and under pressure, he makes a great one. Really great shot there from Martin. This is going to regain the lead for Apex. 3-2 now. We'll head over this solo view for Tyson shooting these stripes. Looks like he's decelerated a little on that stroke, so he didn't get the draw he wanted, but he's still okay. Pot this stripe in the side, get the cue ball back to middle. I always like to preach that you got to be really good at getting that cue ball to the middle of the table. It should be something you're very comfortable with all the time from all kinds of different angles. So I'd love to think he mishit that ball, but I really think it was all about the shot before. I think it was the shot before where he decelerated a little and left himself that angle where it was almost too hard to control the speed and the spin. Could get the spin, but then he was going to overhit it. Could get the speed, but then he wasn't going to get the spin. So we're back over here for player of the division, John Savoy, with the most points. Another interesting dynamic of this match is we saw Jeff run out the first game. He had the most ERO, so that makes sense. It's all adding up. It's all adding up. Hopefully that holds true for next week, as I had the most ERO, so hopefully I'll be running out the first rack too. Looks like a dry break there. A second ball attempted from John Savoy. I know he was saying he was having some troubles with scratching and breaking dry, so he went to the second ball break, which I like because it's going to create more work for your opponent if you do come up dry, and you're going to very rarely scratch. Good shot there from Joshua. Straight in, speared it nicely. Those ones aren't that easy. And Derek going to work on these low balls. Tricky layout with where the 4 is. And the 1 is in quite a tough spot as well. I can't tell from back here if the 4 will play in off the 1. If it does, then that'll solve the issue. Could play the 2, then the 6. You could play the 2 off the 1 as well. Just get on the 4 later on. Maybe the out ball to get on the 8. Might actually be the play here. He's moved the 8, so that'll change it a little bit, but that's okay. He's on 7, I think. And on that left-hand table, we've got Joshua with 1 ball and the 8. But with the cue ball close to the rail, it's going to be a little tricky to get on this 8. I almost like hitting this with a high ball and a little bit of inside spin and sling it around off 3 rails. Bottom rail, right side rail, top rail. I think it's pretty natural. You can kind of punch it. I like that better than jacking up and trying to draw over there. Only played it one rail, and this is good. Off the little bounce off the second rail. It's going to have a little bit more distance than you would prefer, but nothing wrong with this. And Derek with a tester there. He needs his cue ball to slow down, and it's not going to. A little bit of distance between the cue ball and that 6 created tough path to hold that cue ball there. Oh, and a missed 8 ball from Joshua. But he's kind of got second prize here with leaving the cue ball near the rail. Although he might have put the 8 close enough to the side that Tyson could just cut this ball in off the 8. It might be a bigger pocket. The bank is certainly on as well. I kind of favor this little cut in here. I think, obviously very tough to tell from our straight on view. If we had the side view like he's got, we could really get a feel for it. And he plays the safe, and I think that works. I don't think he has the corner, and I don't think he can cut it in the side. I don't think he has the corner. Maybe we can full screen this one after John's shot just to see what's happening here. Oh, let's wait till Joshua's out of the way a little bit. Okay, let's take a quick look. What are we looking at here? Can we thin it in the side? I don't think so. I don't think so, Tim. Oh, no, John's fouled. He's fouled. He's mishit the ball. He got a little close to that one, and he's worried about double hitting it, so he elevated, but then he decelerated his stroke. We've all done that one. We've all done that. Oh, he's followed this through to be elevated over a ball. He should be okay, but definitely made that slightly tougher than it needed, and we're all squared up again at 3s. 33 in the race to 13. Okay, let's see what Joshua was thinking about over here. What do we do? I think we have to bank this in the upper right. He's going to try to kick it. This feels brave. This feels very brave. That's a good effort. Yeah, very good effort. I don't like how his teammate yelled out. Good try, because it was a good effort. Can't hit them all perfect. No, this isn't exactly that routine. I think you got to put the cue ball pretty close to the 8 here. Like over there where he's looking. Yeah, just to the left of where it is now. Take a little bit more angle is okay. I don't know if I like straight and rolling it. I'd like to just take a little angle and just draw over rather than elevate and shoot over a ball, because this could roll out. And it almost did. It almost did. That ball has a track there, and it'll tend to just drift a little outside of the rail. James Brinson in the YouTube is live. Welcome, James, from Lincoln City. Good shot there. Keeps the cue ball up, and the first lead for Broken English, courtesy of Tyson Bautista, and we're breaking Ahmed on the other table. Sorry, guys, needed a referee, and I'm going to volunteer Mr. Kerry Campbell. Probably nobody knows the direction the balls should move better than Kerry Campbell, because he hits more balls than everyone that's ever lived at warp speed. He knows exactly how the balls react. But it's good. He's got his glasses on, too, so he'll see it. He'll see it. Oftentimes I find in refereeing the calls are all very, very obvious too. It's only once in 100 that it's a tough one. And of course, next weekend we'll have Mr. Zemp back with us too, who is a certified ref. Always helps to have him in the building. Nobody can complain when he makes a call. He's got all the credentials to back it up. But he's actually at Super Billiard Expo right now, is Mr. Zemp, running the Jam Up booth. And what do we got here on the right table? Ahmed in really great shape here to win this game. And of course, as soon as I open my big mouth, he misses the shot. He'd probably run out if I didn't say anything there. Commentary curse is alive today, I guess, for these guys. So, looks like on the left side table we've got Martin with a good look. Balls are fairly open. 8 balls, the trouble ball for sure. But lots of balls around it to work it out. I like stripes here just because when you break out the 8, you break your stripe out. So it's looks good. Although, on second glance, maybe the 3 could be the opening shot and break the 8, and you're on the 2. So I take it all back. That's what I would do here. Yeah, Norm needs Grant next week for playoffs too. Yeah, I need Grant next week for playoffs too, so he can help me do commentary while my team plays. Maybe we'll just get the wireless mics out and do our own commentary while we're playing. That would be fun, right? Maybe we'll get to play Grant's team. That would be fun too. Hey, Norm, got to play you guys. Then we'll mic up so we can talk some trash. But awfully quiet in here. Lots of pretty straight faces. Everybody's pretty focused. First match of the tournament. Takes a little settling in. Looks like Martin's missed the opening shot there. So this table is now Wayne's problem to try to figure out. And a tough one from Tony. It's going to give Ahmed another chance. Yeah, headset action, yeah. Hopefully, eventually, Norm, yeah. Hopefully we play in, like, the final. You guys finished first, and we finished third, so, you know. But we got to figure out what the other teams did. Group it all together, see if we're in the same bracket. If you guys are just tuning in this afternoon with us, we're watching the Leather Pocket League playoffs from Leather Pocket Billiards in Calgary, Alberta. These teams played a 28-week league season, started back in September. All led up to this finale, the playoffs. Oh, Ahmed put a good stroke on that ball, but he's not going to love this result. Little unlucky to clip that 5. If he just missed the 5, he had enough bounce to get out off that rail and have a shot. Now he's reaching for the short cue. Yeah, the final would be perfect, Normie. And then you let us win. I've never won this LP league. Oh, what a great shot, but on the wrong ball. Now he knows how to make that shot for future. He put that one in the memory bank. He use it in the future. Speared that one. Tony with ball in hand to increase this lead. This is their first lead of the match at 4-3. You gotta love ball in hand with one ball in the 8 to get it to 5-3. This one can be a little tricky, a little tough with the reach. shouldn't be too much of a problem. Don't want too much angle. I'm surprised she would play that much angle. Unless she's playing the 8 in the side. Oh, yeah, that was misplayed. For sure, that's not how she intended. And yeah, set it up and let up on us a little, Norm. That'd be great. This is a good shot from Tony Sakamoto to take a 5-3 lead for Broken English.
Death match now.
Oh, here comes the match of the team play. It's husband versus wife. And they're giving the stare down already, but it's Jeff's break. What a great shot from Wayne. What a great shot. Not the best result, but he's got a shot on this 3. It does go. Just while we're waiting for him to shoot, if you guys are wondering where those sweet jerseys came from that these teams are wearing, they're from jamupapparel.com. Go check them out. You can custom design your team shirts. And let me tell you from experience, they're amazing. It's super, super comfortable, really breathable. And the design is part of the sublimated material, so really, really light and super styling. Always coming out with new stuff. Collaborating with different companies like Predator and Kamui and Salado, and look at this break from Jeff. And it's hard not to cheer for Lan here. I mean, it's pretty easy. Pretty easy choice. I think everybody'd be cheering for Lan. So I think if she can spin this 9 in, the hanger on the bottom left of the screen there, lots of right spin. She might be able to spin into that stripe that's tied up. I think it's the 15 tied on the green 6. Lots of right spin and a little low. Try to get into it. No, she's going to try to hold it and break it out on the next shot. The only reason I don't like it this way is what ball are you landing on when you chip this out? You got to be on like the 14 or something. Yeah, those Salado jerseys turned out real nice, hey, Normie? I like those ones too. I like the new Predator golf shirt ones. They look great. Asked Grant the other day if I could just get one of each color. There's like 8 colors. Just have one of each would be great. Nice little combo for Martin there on the right side table, or on the left side table rather. But he's got certainly a lot of work. Well, what's the plan here, Lan? Use the 13 to drop short side on the 15 into the lower right. Is that a later on thing? Just so everybody out there knows, too, I've just been informed Jeff has sets of Predator balls for sale. 6 of them. First come, first serve. They're amazing. They really are amazing. If you've never played with them, you got to try them out. They're like exactly how pool balls should play is the first thing I said when I started hitting with these. I said that's how they're supposed to play. I'm a huge fan. The cloth as well. This Predator cloth's been playing amazing. It's holding up very, very well for how much these tables get played on. So let's see if Lan can work her way out of this. Nope, she's missed that ball, and she was pretty good on that ball on the side to kind of just stop there. Straight on the 13 would have led her the 15. Well, the problem I'm seeing with that pattern is the 15 to the 8 is like a nightmare. That's really tough. There's my dad, Dave Francis, tuning in on the Facebook. He's watching on the YouTube, commenting on the Facebook. That's how it's done. Put it on the big screen, on the TV. Cast it from the YouTube. That's what I'd be doing if I was at home right now. Definitely got it on the big screen. Gonna watch some snooker, I think, later on. World Snooker started today, so I'm excited to maybe rewatch some of that later on. And a nice little safety on the left side table there to just leave it elevated over a ball. This is one of the toughest shots in pool. Sometimes it's harder than being on the other side of the ball. It's a great effort, but not going to do it. And we'll see what Martin can do here. Maybe one more safety even. I don't hate it. All you'd really leave is a bank shot. But you could kind of roll into this 11-9, those two stripes that are tied up there, and break them out and only leave a bank shot. It's a bit risky because sometimes they just make the bank and punish you, but I don't see a ton of other options, really. I don't think you can pot the stripe up there on the top rail and get into the two stripes to break them out, so I like this decision as long as he breaks those out, but he didn't really get them out. If you're going to do that, you got to make sure you get them open. You got to move them a little bit more, just a little bit more. Not a whole lot more, but didn't develop it, as we like to say. Got to develop it. But it might not matter if Wayne just makes this bank, punishes him anyway. Let's see. Got to watch the cue ball doesn't get lost, too. He played it at a nice speed to hold the cue ball. 2 horns on the bank. I thought he made it. I thought he hit it quite well. Yeah, Dwayne standing here brings up a good point, too. If Martin had touched that a little harder, he could have potentially moved the 9 up near the side and blocked the bank, covered the bank, which would have been genius. So we'll see what he's got now. Maybe a bank himself. Tricky one, though. Coming across. Face of the ball. No, another safety. That's a smart shot. That one's a smart one. Because I don't think the 6 is bankable now. If he could even see enough of it, I'm sure it's not bankable. It's like a double kiss angle. Jeff looking good over there on the right side table, but he's got some work. He's making too many balls here, I think. He had to develop the 6 before he made all these balls. Or just don't make any of them. And he's calling the 5. He's got to be playing some sort of two-way here a little bit as well. Yeah, underneath the 7. Smart shot. And he called the 5 just in case it went, but I don't think he needed to because he didn't want to shoot again if it did go. Didn't want to be shooting again if that 5 dropped, so better to not call it, I think. Just call safety there, but it's worked out the same, and actually really nice that the 5 hung. It just takes away a lot of options for Lan playing safe in return. So it looks like we got 29 on the YouTube now and 29 on the Facebook as well, so appreciate everybody clicking that share button, clicking the thumbs up on the YouTube for me. We do have the greatest fans, of course, in the game. Very blessed, and we're very close to 50K followers on our Facebook channel. So if you guys can head on over there, make sure you've followed the Q Sports Live Facebook. We may do some kind of giveaway of 50K. And I think we're at 49.7, so we're real close. A couple hundred away, a few hundred away. Still in a bit of a tough spot is Mr. Wayne Chow on this left-hand table shooting the 6. And we got a safety battle unfolding on the other table there between Lan and Jeff. Kind of exactly how you wanted to see it. You either wanted to see Lan run him out or you wanted to see a little safety battle. So we're enjoying this. See, there is a little shot here for Lan. It could be play the 13 off the 6 in. That'll open the ball. But what do you do after that? I don't think the 11 is available off the rail. If you could play rail first, pot the 11. Later on, I mean later on. Not right now, obviously. Oh, I like this. I like this ploy. She's going to grind him. Make him earn it. She has nice control of the 4-11 up there, so I like the play. And she might have just forced him to move the 6 out of her way. You can see him trying to find something else he could do. But yeah, he has to move it. If he could have potted that 15, that would have been great. Would have taken away one of her options. To any new 8-ball players out there, you would think, why would he want to pot her ball? But when you have balls tied up, you want to start taking away their options as much as you can. So I wonder if she shoots the 13 into the 5. Yeah, and she's looking at where that cue ball would lay on the 7 for him. So I don't think she's going to call this 13 in. I think she just wants to take over that hole and get rid of a hanger that he has. It's a little bit risky because he could come with a shot here off the 7 and break the 4. But you got to let him. Christopher Demir says, evening, Ben. It's not evening yet. It's only 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Are you somewhere else, Chris? Martin with a thin one there on the left side table. Really thin, and I can't tell if the 8 goes by the 3 in the upper right corner. Oh, Jeff shoots the 6 and breaks the 4. 4 hits the horn, and he's got a relatively good shot, and a great shot from Martin there. I assume the 8's going to pass into this upper right. Jeff spears in that ball. Look out for the scratch off the ball. Unbelievable scratch off the ball. Good thing Martin made the 8 over there. Is going to save Jeff a little bit, but I feel like that was a big moment in this match. Of course, the grudge matchup here. Husband and wife. I like the 15 first here. I really do. I know it can seem like maybe the 15 is the out ball, but I think the 8 is so available into the side. Yeah, I like the 15 first here too, and that's what she's going to play. The 15, the 11, the 13. And the 13 leads to the 8 in the side so easily. You can get nice and close to it and close straight in and all that fun stuff, so... Good choice here, I feel, from Lan. Try to put her team up 6-4. Ooh, and a miss-hit break from Tyson, but I think he's gotten away with it. Nearly scratched straight in, but he's made some balls. He's got a shot. Uh-oh, this needs a big bounce from Lan. Big bounce. I think she's got just enough. Thin this and go around the 8. Play it with a touch of left. Not too much. Mostly top, little left. Around the 8. Play the 8 in the upper left. It's just these kind of shots you got to really bear down. You got to really make sure, especially in a team match and playoffs, and you got to really take advantage when you get those chances. And this is fine. She wanted to come around it, but she's okay. So who does the dishes tonight? Or who is sleeping on the couch? That's the question of this game. Was there another side bet? I believe there probably was. Oh, good effort at the breakout there, but that 8-ball's still tied up over there on the left. Lan's going to shoot this in the side, and I think just top will miss the scratch, so she doesn't have anything to worry about here. Just a middle ball, just a little top, cut it in the heart. And she takes down the husband-wife battle. And that gives Broken English a 6-4 lead. And look at this shot from Tyson. What a beautiful little shot. Really, really well controlled. Not as easy as he made it look. And now the trick is to spin into this 8. You got to draw into the 8 with left spin and spin past it. Like follow it. Aye. See, he didn't get into the 8 there first. He got into the stripe there first and just, it's only ever going to double kiss it. And now he's got to just hold on for dear life. Just going to kick this, leave it tied up. Actually, that's a fantastic shot. If he hasn't left the 4 on here, which John is going to look at first, then he's forcing John to shoot the 7. Which I don't mind, you know, shooting over a ball, shooting that 7 is very tough. So, smart shot, well controlled from Tyson there. Put a little pressure on John. And between me and you guys, I think the player of the year, most improved, is probably going to be John Savoy. Each team captain is going to vote. And I think if they're paying attention to the stats and the Fargo ratings and whatnot, then you got to vote John. He says brutal scratch, but he spun it right in there. You know, just enough spin to go straight over towards there. Kicking at this ball. This is close. This has got a real chance. Oh, my goodness. What a speed he hit that at, too. What a great speed. And now he's forced John into shooting this 7 for sure. You can't shoot another ball here if you're John. You got to shoot the 7. It's your only chance. You're rarely going to get back down there better than you are now on the 7. So I think he should be looking at it, but he hasn't looked at it yet. He's thinking about the 3 with kind of a two-way shot, but you got to be sure of yourself and cut the 7 in here and run out. It could be a little thinner on this, you know, on the table than what it looks like on the screen, but man, did he ever get the worst of that. Safe to assume these 3 balls are not wired in a combo. The 4 is hitting the first diamond. So he will have to play another safety, which is really tough when your opponent has the ball over a hole. I mean, he could cut the 5 and try to get into those balls, maybe off 2 rails up and down. Could even land short side on them to shoot them in the lower left, but tall task. Real tall task. So if you guys are just tuning in, do me a favor, click that share button. We got lots of great pool today. We got 2 more matches coming up for you. One at around 2 o'clock or around the conclusion of this one, and then another match at 4 o'clock. Lots of great pool to be played today. Play down to the final 4 teams out of 8. And then tomorrow we're going to play it down to the final. Somebody's going to win that coveted first place in the Leather Pocket League, as well as $4,500. His first place prize money. Good chunk of change. Got Derek on the right here. Looks like Shooting Stripes going to play the 13. Try to develop these. Oh, but he's overcut it a little. It's actually not the worst thing he could do. Obviously, would have felt better to just get a break out there and run out, but Johnny tried a tricky little shot there, and I don't know if that was the correct play. I think he was kind of forced into going for the 5 there, to be honest. I think it was just too hard. Oftentimes, my advice in pool is if the safety is as tough or harder than the pot, then you go for the pot. Cliff Jacobson, good afternoon, sir. We miss having you play as well. 7-4 broken English. They're over the halfway mark now. We'll head over to this single table view for Ahmed. He's taking on Derek over here. Ahmed shooting low balls. Cliff says he misses playing LP League. If anybody else misses it, or if they're curious how to get involved in this, there's many different ways. You can just show up to Leather Pocket, fill out a registration form, or you can send me a message through Facebook, or if you have my phone number, or you can send Leather Pocket a message through Facebook, or you can give us a phone call to Leather Pocket. And whether you already have a team you want to enter, or if you're just a player that's looking to join a team or build a team, we can accommodate, of course. And let's head back over to the split screen. We got that table has gotten underway. Don't want to miss any of the action. Part of what I love with the Q Sports live stream here is that we can do the split screen and we don't miss any of the action. I'd just like to see if I can get maybe our logo up here on the split screen view. See if I can hunt it down. And that's the one. Looks like the cold beverages are underway. Jeff needed one after losing that game to his wife, that's for sure. She is? She's sleeping on the couch, yeah. No, good luck, he says, yeah. That's never happening. Yeah, surprised he left the one for last. Blaine, that's absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. You got to get that one out of there way sooner. Most times, though, these players have played League all year where it's points. And in a points format, leaving that one till last isn't the worst case scenario. Because at least you ensure you have 6 points. All right, let's see what's he got here. For this one ball, I think the only option is to rail it into the lower right, but that's hard. You got to get the cue ball out of the way. Yeah, see, that double kiss was always there, and a great effort considering the difficulty level. Really good effort. And we've got Martin on the left side table. He's looking in not bad shape here. Definitely some work with where the 7-2 is. He should be contemplating shooting the 4 and trying to get angle on the 2 later to develop the 7. I think that would be the play. It's maybe the 4, then the 6, or the 1. Come down here for the 1 is okay. Tough one to hold. Tricky to hold that ball for sure. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the coverage here. Lots of great pool to be played. Don't forget, another match around 2 p.m. or shortly after the conclusion of this match. And then one more round today will be played at 4 p.m. That is Mountain Standard Time, everyone. And if you want to watch the other tables, we have these 2 tables streamed. If you're interested in the other 2 tables, you're going to have to come down and watch live. The other 6 tables, I should say. The other 3 matches, not the other 2 tables. And I scrambled my butt off this morning to get everything ready, and I think we're all set. I think it's going smooth so far. Looks to be everybody's having a good time. These guys are giving each other the gears. You gotta love it. Jeff and Derek, they play on a hockey team together. They play in a rec league together. So always the little heckling is something I absolutely love about team pool. It's just the greatest thing. It's so much fun. And Doug, you're very welcome. Thank you for the nice compliment there. I'll do my best today, and tomorrow I'm sure I'll get maybe a guest commentator if anybody's out there. Maybe Chris Demers. Maybe Chris has got some free time tomorrow, wants to come on down. Or Ryan Murray, are you there? Oh, great shot from Ahmed there. A good win, and I feel like Apex needed that win. They were kind of starting to let it slip away after having a lead. Didn't want it getting to like 8-4 would have been a pretty tough hill to climb, but they've got it to 7-5. Still anybody's match, race to 13. Tony Sakamoto with the kick safety. Does she get a rail after contact? She does not. If you're new to watching BCA rules pool, you do need to get a rail after contact. And speaking of which, let me just get one more logo up here too so we can make sure we shout out to our awesome supporters, which one is, of course, BCA Pool League. So let me just find that. I did get a little rushed trying to get this all set up this morning, but I got it. Got it figured out. So let me just find our BCA logo here. So just bear with me for 1 second. Let's see, BCA. Stream logos, we're getting somewhere. We found something. Here we go. Here we go, folks. Perfection. How's that? Hopefully we didn't miss too much of the action there while I was trying to hunt down the logo. We've got to make sure that our sponsors and advertisers and all that stuff, they always get their shout outs, you know. Of course, BCA Pool League, a big part of Leather Pocket in-house league here. We got our players sanctioned for BCA, so they can go to Vegas and play, as well as some of the other events around North America. Let's make sure we're not missing too much of the action here, everyone. Just bear with me one more minute. In a perfect world, we had all this done before, but, you know, we don't live in that. Okay. Got everything where I need it now. James Brinson on the YouTube retracted his message. Am I missing some comments here on the YouTube? Sometimes it just don't load properly for me. Sometimes. Looks like I didn't miss anything. Everybody's quiet today. It's okay. It's Saturday afternoon. Probably watching some World Snooker. Maybe watching some baseball. Maybe watching some Four Bears. If you're watching the stream at Four Bears, you got like SVB playing. Danny Olson. Rory Hendrickson. Lots of great names playing at that event. Four Bears 8-Ball Classic in Newtown, North Dakota. Just a little ways from Newtown. Fantastic event. If you guys have never checked it out, highly recommend. Highly recommend that one. Ray Poitras and the team there, they do a really great job. And this 8-ball on the left to get this to 7-6, and he drains it. What a great shot. And his teammates appreciate that. That's a sporty little pot he's made there to tighten up this match. 7-6, and my prediction of 13-11 is looking very likely. Let's see what we got happening over here. We got Wayne Chow looking at a little backdoor out here. Jeff did all the work for him, moved all the balls out of the way. And Wayne's created a mess on the first shot. So he's going to need to develop those balls now. The 2-5-4 is the 4 pass. That's what he's looking at. Obviously, the pretty easy shot here is just bank the 4 out a little and leave the cue ball underneath the 2-5. But you hate to give your opponent a free shot of any kind. And the shot I'm seeing is there's a little Z shot there. If he didn't take away that right side rail, and you'd hate to leave him the left side rail. Jeff's ball is just so near the pocket. You don't want to play safe here unless you have to. Important decision here, and with the match getting a little closer now, I would tend to think the decision making will slow down slightly. Have to make good choices here. I like that shot. I really like that shot from Wayne Chow there. That's how you have to play 8-ball. You have to play aggressive. You don't need to play the safe there. Give your opponent a free shot when you can just work out the ball. So you got lots of options. You got no traffic in the way, really. The only traffic is your balls. So a good shot from Wayne there. And these games are becoming ever more important. Third round games, so these players are playing their third game out of a possible 5, and they know that there's a good chance they might only play 4. So the impact they can have is lessening. Wayne will recognize that. He's played plenty of team events. Plenty of experience in these situations. He'll know how important these later games are. That's why you saw him take his time and make a good decision, which looks like is going to pay off for him. Sorry, guys, my phone ringing there. Yeah, sometimes the phone rings when you're got a mic on, you can't answer it. That's what text messaging is for. The 8-ball for the 8-6 lead for Broken English. 5 wins away from taking down this first round match. Lan Fong here on this table, trying to give Broken English a 3-game lead. These balls lay fairly nice for her. This cue ball is going to slow down perfectly. And now it's all about, does the 2 pass the 10? Does the blue 2 pass into the upper left by the 10? That is the question. I think, oh, that tells me it probably doesn't, because it looked like she was trying to nudge the 8 out of the way. Let's see. Now we're about to find out if that 2 passes. She's made a mess of the 7. I think she's got to play the 5 here and break the 7 and then hope the 2 passes. But I think the 5 is the shot here, or a safety of some sort. This looks like a good shot. This looks like a good shot from Lan. Let's head over to the split screen again and check out what's going on over here on this other table. Is underway now. Tyson shooting. And getting down near the end of the match. These games are super important. Lots of prize money on the line. Well, let's see what Ahmed can do. Try to get his team back in the match here. Apex, they need to start getting some wins up there before Broken English will run away with this. But I like their chances on the left table there. Lan is in a world of hurt. This is a really tough shot. She looks like she's contemplating cutting the 2 ball. That's tough. This is real tough. Maybe to only like half a pocket too. And letting the cue ball fly to get shaped. Look at this shot. What a shot. What a fantastic shot. She's got so unlucky to leave the 7 here. I don't think it cuts in the side. Just judging by her body language, I don't think so. I'm not sure she really has any choice in the matter. Might have to let it fly. Yeah, I do feel like she has to try to cut this ball in. I don't really see another option. There could be a weird little in off the 12 into the lower left, but then you got to watch the scratch. It's just too much to ask for. I can't tell from this view if the ball even cuts in the side. I don't think it was possible. And a great chance for Joshua. Ball in hand with 5 balls in the 8 to try to get his team back within 1. And with his teammate Ahmed shooting on the right-hand table, they could tie this one up. They could tie it up with these 2 games. 2 big games in the match here. Long shot here for Ahmed. Real long. He's done really well there. That's a great shot from Ahmed. Really good. And now he can start thinking about what he's going to do with the 9, which is by the 8. He needs to do it soon. The sooner the better. You start running out of options in this game. You got to get those breakouts happening real quick. One thing I do see, though, here is if he doesn't get it broken out, it will bank into the right side pocket. And I actually tend to think that's probably the play from where he's landed right here. Is just touch this one in, and if he lands straight, I guess the bank isn't available yet. So still some work. Might have to go into it. It's hard to get that 9 anywhere out in the open, though. That's where the solid is on the lower left. Yeah, he tried to punch it around and get something happening. Might have landed perfect here. He might actually be perfect here. He might be able to play this into the upper left and get the 9 out. Talking about that right-hand table there. Meanwhile, Ahmed on the left, he's got a great chance. Or, sorry, Joshua on the left, Ahmed on the right. Watching 2 tables at once is never easy. Oh, he punched it. He got a little punchy on that stroke. You got to get smoother through that ball. If you get a little punchy, it wants to shove the ball over too much. So you got to keep smooth to get that nice accelerated spin through the ball. Always with the smoothness. Joshua's landed a little tough here. He's a little too close to this ball, and he's put the 14 in a bad spot, so safety is going to be the play. What he needs to do is not leave that ball near the 8 or on the end rail. So I would have liked playing that just a little more firm, get that ball out near the middle of the table, I think. He was guaranteed the safe, so it was kind of all about getting that ball into a favorable spot for him. Oftentimes we get a little caught up, just kind of have blinders on. We're just so worried about the safe, we forget about getting our ball into a favorable spot for later on. Let's see what Tyson can do here. That Ahmed's made the mistake of not getting that 9 out early enough. Good hit from Lan, but once she left here, it looks like a good opportunity for Joshua to slide this cue ball over the left side rail. Should have the 15 in the upper right next. And Tyson's overran this shot a little. Does he shoot the 7 first or the 5? I like the 5. 2 rails around the 7. She wrapped around. I just got new jam up patches. Pumped about that. Super pumped. I only got 2. I'm just kidding. I'll come get more when I need more one day. It's okay. I need like 1 for each shirt and 1 for my pool case. And I need 1 for Ryder's pool case. Great finish from Tyson there, and a great hit from Lan. Look at this. She's going to get a decent reward here. This is not bad. And Tyson gets Broken English up 9-6. 4 away from round 2 they are now. 4 wins away. And as I mentioned before, if you guys are just tuning in, next match will be around 2 p.m. or shortly after the conclusion of this one. We'll start round 2 of the winner's side. Oh, a little too heavy on the save from Joshua, but still not selling out, I feel. That's still not the worst shot. Just got a really funny picture from John Pay Pompey is at Super Billiard Expo, and he sent me a picture of Nate Minham. Little caption that says, "I hate you all still." We love you too, Nate. This is pretty thin from Lan, and I think this is going to give Joshua the opportunity he's been waiting for. Assuming he can see this 15 first, I think he can. If he can't, he has the 14. Just a little tougher to get position from the 14 to the 15. And a great break from Martin there on the right side table. That's what you want to see. Ball's opened real nice there. Only the 311 covered by his head right now. That's the only 2 tough balls that I'm seeing. Joshua chooses the right shot, but he got a tough roll on that 7. What a tough rub that was. He could have been anywhere. But he's behind the 8 and reaching for the short cue again. Tough roll that was, I feel. He hit it not bad. Sometimes the game is a little cruel, you know? Anybody who's played pool, they know all about that. They know it's a cruel one. The balls roll funny for everybody, though. I will note that much. So, up over this 8 to try to pot 14 in the side. I feel like he needs to dart this one. Need to use the dart method because it's close to the ball. Very tough to get up and over. And even with the 3-piece jump cue can be very tricky to get over that. I like the kick here. The nice thing about the kick here is if he hits it good, he can get safe as well. Don't have to pot this ball. Could hit the top side of it as we're looking. Kind of send the cue ball near the 8. Or he could just pot it. How unlucky is that? Super unlucky he got. He made a great shot and got super unlucky. Followed it right in there. And Lan is going to take ball in hand, put her team up 10-6. This was about as unlucky as it comes for kicking balls in. Unbelievable. I was just talking about how cruel this game can be and how tough the rolls can be. And there was one. Oh, no. Has she just... Oh, she just missed ball in hand. I thought she was lining up on that a little weird, to be honest. Yeah, it was maybe twinge of guilt. Yeah, still Joshua needs to bear down and make this ball. He's been given a free chance. Got to take them. Don't scratch. He didn't scratch, and he's okay. And that was a really big game for Apex to get it to 9-7. Unbelievable. 10-6 or 9-7. I always tell people ball in hand is way tougher than it looks. But I did feel like he deserved that. Let's see, I'll show John Savoy the kick here. Because I got the YouTube replay going. So John Savoy missed his teammate's kick shot, kicked it and followed it in. But then he got back, you know, so.
Yeah, he got lucky.
He got lucky. That's what they all say, too.
She rattled because I think she hit it too hard for a draw shot.
I think she lined up on it a little wrong. Should have lined up a little better and then never miss it.
Hit a little hard.
Yeah. She felt guilty. She knew you deserved to win. Oh, good shot on the right table there. Beautiful shot from Derek. Really well played. Really well played that was. Got his balls in the open. Now he's got a good chance here to regain that game that was given away, I feel, from Land there. A bit given away. She's still in shock, too, you know. Sometimes ball in hand can be a little tough. Ooh, Derek slopped that one in a bit. I thought it might stay up. But perfect speed. And now just a soft draw here. 9 in the side. Just want to make sure you don't get the wrong angle on the 9. And this is good. I feel like you'd rather be on this side of it than the other side. This is workable. Could probably just go forward. I think you can go forward, miss the 5, go 2 rails underneath the 8. If not, you can draw off the 5, I think. There's lots of possibilities here. Oh, and he didn't draw it enough. And now he's... What is he doing here? He's shooting this pretty quick. Shooting this pretty quick, folks. What a shot. What a cut. That's a beautiful shot. Really nice. Really well played shot there from Derek. I thought he was shooting that a little quick considering the difficulty level. But he said, nah, I don't need any more time for that. Easy shot. It's a hanger. Now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Apex needs to pull up their socks and try to get this a little closer. My 13-11 prediction is looking pretty good for Broken English right now, actually. I didn't know who was going to win, but it looks like it's going to be Broken English. And they've confirmed my score is correct. 10-7 indeed. Well, let's head on over to this single table view while we wait for the other table to rack them up and get underway. We got Tony Sakamoto, BCA Vegas Platinum Ladies 8-Ball Champion. She's won quite a bit. She's also BCA Open Champion, singles, Masters teams. She's won at BCA. Vianney, she's won the Masters. Scotch, she's won the Open singles. She's won a little bit. Lots of Scotch doubles titles playing with Joe and Mike Robinson, and she's won a ton. Probably go down as one of the better BCA players of all time, I would have to think. She's got a tough shot here, though. Let's see what she's made of. And let's head over to the split screen. We got Joshua ready to break on the other table. Oh, and she hit the 6 really good and got position on the 5, but the 6 just rattled. Just a bit of a messy break there from Joshua on the right. Usually the result of not the best rack, or just a mishit off center, but he hit it super square. So that's, I would think, almost certainly a racking issue when all the balls stay clustered after you hit it that good. And he goes for the throat with the breakout on the first shot. I like it. That's kind of what you have to do in this game. You got to be aggressive. So I applaud the bravery. And he's left a bit of a mess for Wayne here. Wayne's got to work this one out too. The 12-2. First glance, that looks to be the tough balls. The 8 is actually in a weird position as well. So you'd like to think low ball would be favored here. But what's the opening shot? Maybe the hang or the one up there. Or down there, I should say. The bottom of your screen, the lower right. Jeff looking good on the left here to clean up the mess and get his team to within 2. Styling the nice jam-up shirts is Team Apex. Very stylish, black and white. I like the design. Not too extravagant. Just enough. Oh, look at this cue ball settles right on that spot. You don't love to see that as a player because this is where you can get some weird contacts. Some just like that. He got just a hair of a weird contact to slow down the ball. That's kind of from the cue ball almost skidding out of that spot. If it'll settle in that rack spot, it gets a little funny. Really big shot for Jeff here, and he's got to know this is a big shot. 11-7 is going to be real tough now. You're trying to keep them off the hill, and he drains it, and that's really good shot under a bit of pressure there, I feel. And this 8-ball's pretty routine. Just don't overhit it. He rolls it in beautifully into the heart. And we have 10-8. 10-8. We got a match. Let's see what's going on over here. A bit of a cluster still for Mr. Chow. Just with where the 7-15 is. Still in a tough spot. Is he dialing up the 2 way up there? That looks like the shot he's playing. He's got to get on the 5 next. That's not easy. He makes a beautiful stroke, but it's not doing him any favors. Sometimes I feel like potting that ball like that didn't do you any good. You either play position or you don't even make the shot, you know? He's got to go rail first to pot the 5, send the cue ball into the 9, and hope to be on the 7 next, which I think is there. Then this doesn't lay that bad. Just I would have liked maybe trying to do a little more with the 2. Of course, I probably would have just missed the pot, and it would have erased it. But I've always been on the braver side of moving the cue ball too, so fearless, as they say. It looks like we're underway on the other table here. John Savoy, Mr. Most Points. And I feel like a pretty high percentage the guy is going to get Player of the Year as well, Most Improved. Oh, he's caught that one wicked thin. And I think a lot of that was due to the thought of where's the cue ball going to go when it hits the 9? Is he going to be on the 7? So that'll make him take his eye off potting the 5 a little bit. Joshua still with a bit of a tough layout here with where Wayne's left that 5, plugging the upper right. Joshua kind of needs that pocket. Opens with the combo here, and he's going to be on the 13 in the side. And that's not really going to lead him anywhere, so he's going to bank it. That's a good call. Good to recognize that right away, too. He's going to save himself a little brain power. Really good to recognize the bank right away. You can play with a little draw. Try to be on possibly even the 9-10 combination next. I'm not sure. You could draw into the 5, maybe open the hole. That might be a play. And that's what he's doing. And look at this. This could work out not so bad for him. He's left Wayne in a real pickle. That was a good shot. Smart choice to try to make the 5 there on the draw. Because as we can see, he didn't pot his ball, and now he's left Wayne in a real tough spot where he has to make the 3 in the lower left. Very delicate shot to hold the cue ball out near the middle of the table, too. You may just have to play this with a little top, go 1 rail into the stripe near the 8. I think that might be the natural path. I don't know if you can risk doing more than that. Certainly can't see the 7. Is he elevated here? He's not. Okay, so just some top, pot the 3, cue ball out near the middle. Take what you can get here. Take what the table gives you. And he's just overcut it. And he was good on that 7 as well. Tricky little shot there from Mr. Chow. Joshua's got to know how important this game is right now. 10-9 or 11-8. Let's see. Good shot. Needs this to slow down a bit, and it hasn't. And now he's shooting this, looks like the 11 ball in the side pocket. Going to be tough to hold the cue ball here, too. He needed about 1 less revolution of that cue ball to be on the 10 first. And with the 3 sitting right over the hole, there's not many safeties to be had. We'll have to see teams having a drink with each other too, you know. It's not that cutthroat. They have a good time. And looks like Johnny Savoy with a nice run out over there. Getting Apex to within 1 game. And if Joshua can come with a win here, we could have a tie match. And what a shot he's played. He's going to have to come with another one, though. Little unlucky to end up down here with not much of an option after. But, you know, it was controllable. He could have spun it a little more, a little less. Done something with it, I feel. Now he's got to come with a big shot. This is a big one. Real thin to the upper right. Crashing into the 7. Praying to the pool gods that he gets some love. (10-9) race to 13. It's anybody's game. A super exciting first match to start off the tournament. You gotta love it. It's the playoffs.
It's up and running.
Ooh, the raffle box link for Huntington's disease is up. Georgios has it on his Facebook page, I'm gonna assume.
I just got it. They just shared it with me. I'll share it.
Georgios is gonna share it to his Facebook. Make sure you guys share the link for that. That'll be our next major tournament that Q Sports Live will be streaming after playoffs. 33 teams entered in the Huntington tournament. It's going to be a good one. Super looking forward to that. 3-player teams. Everybody knows how much I love team events.
15 more spots.
Yeah, and only 15 spots till it's full. So if you're interested in that, shoot me a message or send Q Sports Live a message, Leather Pocket a message, Georgios a message. Send us smoke signals, however you like to get a hold of us. We'll hook you up. Make sure you get in. Prize money is going to be great, but more importantly, it's going to be a really fun time for a great cause. Oof. Joshua's got a real tester here on this 8. Really thin, and I would favor him to make it if he wasn't queuing over the 7. That makes it easily twice as hard. Easily at least 50% harder queuing over a ball. Because now if you catch anything but the middle of the cue ball, it's going to masse a little, and it's extremely tough to pot. So it kind of takes away your ability to spin this one in. Perfect. There's the link from Georgios. Make sure you guys go check that out. Just copy and paste it into your browser. It'll take you there. Big shot from Joshua. Does he thin it to win it? He doesn't. He doesn't. And Broken English says, let's go, Wayne. They need him to get a win here. Put them to within 1 game of the hill. Looks like the match on table 5 and 6 has finished. Bus Boys with the win over there. Close one, I feel. Close match. Wayne Chow on the right-hand table here with 1 ball on the 8 to get this to 11-9. And this cue ball is getting a little loose on him here. But he's going to be just fine, I believe. You'd love to be straight in on this ball and have no worries, though. Oh, a great shot from Tyson, and he does have a bank shot here. He does have a bank into the right side pocket, I do believe. 14's on the way. And Wayne with this big 8 ball on the other table, he spears it. An 11-9 Broken English, 2 games away from round 2. And it looks like there's still the other couple of matches going. Hard to tell if those other matches are still underway. Tyson with a big bank on this 8 ball here. Tyson with a big bank on this 8 ball here. What a shot. What a fantastic shot. And that was for an ERO too. Unbelievable to put them on the hill. That brings us over to Jeff and Derek. Jeff trying to keep his team alive in this match. Needs a big break here. Can't win the match himself, but he can certainly keep his team in it right here. That's a huge break. Where's the cue ball? He's made a whole bunch of balls. And he's got an option. He's got a solid or a stripe. That's kind of what you want to see. That's what you want to see, a shot on both balls. Give yourself some options. I like stripes here, I think, even though the 4 is plugging that lower left. I feel like that stripe that's near it can go in behind it pretty easy. And I don't think I'm a big fan of low ball just because of the 6. Well, more about the 10, actually. More about where the 10 is. It's kind of plugging the 5 and the 6. So we're going to see him shoot the 14 the side here. Needs this cue ball to slow down a bit. Unless he's banking the 12. This is perfect. This is actually perfect. Now he doesn't have to risk following it in. He can just play the straight shot to an open pocket. And he's played it at perfect speed and perfectly into the end rail. Use all of the pocket. That's a smart shot. And now this is the shot that'll decide his fate. He needs to play really good position through a tight window here, I think. kind of through the 8-2-5-6 window, if that makes sense. He's going to come over and look right through there. That's a tough window to pick. You hate to be playing little windows like that, but I think he has to. Off 3 rails, this is smart. You see how he came right into that line? Beautiful, beautiful execution as well as decision making. And let's switch back to our split screen here because we've got Joshua at that table looking at closing it out, or rather keeping his team alive. Broken English looking to close it out if they get a shot at one of these tables. Jeff looking to get it to 12-10. He rolls it. This is not going to find the hole, I don't think. Oh. He kept the crowd in it there. He rolled it so he could get straight on the 8. It was a little risky, I feel, but from the player with the most EROs throughout the season, he's run another one. I believe that's 2 this match for Jeff. Showing why he ran the most racks this season. Keeping his team alive, 12-10. They need Joshua at this table here to get a win and keep them in the match. 12-11. He's missed the ball. I think it's going to be Tony Sakamoto is going to have a chance to close this one out. And the balls don't lay very easy. She's going to have to play a little one pocket. All the balls go in the upper left. She's got 5 stripes need to go in that pocket. Oh, did she just grab the cue ball? What just happened there? What was the foul? I didn't see the foul. Oh, he caught it with a double hit, I guess. His cue stayed in the way. I'm just watching on the replay here. Oh, yeah, his cue caught the 6. And then the 6 hit the cue ball. Definite foul. Yeah, that's right. That is correct. And it looks like a dry break from... Oh, not a dry break. A made ball on the break from John Savoy on the right-hand table. Good shot from Tony developing those balls. Now it's all about the 8. Does the 8 go? Does the 8 pass to the upper left? I'm positive it doesn't go in the upper right. But really hard to tell from my angle here if it'll go in the upper left. So we're going to find out shortly. I think the 10 is kind of in a precarious spot as well, but it shouldn't be a problem with where the 14 is. So I think this pattern is probably the 11, the 14, the 12, the 10, the 9. Assuming the 8 goes. I don't know. I'm looking at it. She's breaking the 8. Yeah, the 8 didn't go. She needs a big bounce on this 8. Does it clear the way of the 9? I don't know if it did. I don't think it did. I don't think it did. Nevertheless, John Savoy on the right-hand table there. He's given up a great opportunity for his opponent, Wayne Chow, to close this one out too. So Broken English at both tables looking to close this match out. And as I mentioned, we will have another match shortly after this one. I'm going to say probably about a small interval, maybe 15, 20 minutes, depending on how the other matches go before we get into the next match. We do have some of the other teams still playing. I believe only one match has finished. Oh, it looks like no. There is another match has finished. So just the 2 matches to be played now. This one and the match on table 3 and 4 versus Fear and Loathing and Off the Rails. A missed shot from Tony's going to keep Apex alive for a little while longer in this match. Does the 4 pass the 8 for Joshua? I don't think it does. 3-7 is in a tough spot. I was going to say he was down on that ball pretty quick. I was hoping he wasn't shooting already. This looks like a tricky layout, and with your opponents on the hill, you got to really make sure here. He went into them. He had to get something happening there, but I think this could do it. Tony could shoot the 10 or the 9. I actually don't mind the 9 and go below the 10. So a little right spin, use the right side rail and the end rail to drop below the 10 to shoot the 10 in the upper left, and that's exactly what she's going to do. She's seen it. It's all about the execution. Little low, a little right, not too low. She's overcut the ball. She's overcut the ball, and she's got a little safe here. This is not routine at all for Joshua. Now what do? You got to try to get that 9 out of the way. Maybe play the 4 off the rail, off the 9 in. You just go for it here. I don't mind that play. I don't mind just trying to kick down the door here, as Grant would say, you know. Kick down the door. I don't feel like a safety here is going to be just as tough as making the 4 off the rail, off the 9. And if you play the 4 off the rail, off the 9, then you might push the 9 to a bad spot, even if you didn't pot the 4. So I think he's going to try to cut the 7 in by the 9. Equal opportunity and maybe push the 9 somewhere tough. Oh, he's going to just go below the 3. How smart is this? This is very smart. Just about froze up on that 3. It was a really great effort. A really smart shot, I feel. Because this 8 ball is in the path of Tony getting from the 9 to the 10. 8 ball's coming into play here. I think touch of inside, she can maybe miss it, but then the 3 is in play a little as well. This is not easy. She can't bank it. I'm pretty sure the 7 is in the way of the bank. Otherwise, you could just kind of draw the cue ball out. Don't know if she could play it with enough right spin to miss the 8. Kind of come underneath the 10. That might be the play. Let's see what she does here. She's going to just take the nudge on the 8. Has it rolled right in her way? I think it has. I think it has. Or can she see this 10? If she can, she's 1 pot and position away from winning this match for her team. And she's getting over there pretty quick to shoot it, so I think she can see it. Or is she looking at rail first here? Yeah, she's looking at the rail. So she doesn't have enough of this ball to pot it. She needs to go rail first. What do we have going on the other table? We got Wayne Chow with 2 balls in the 8. Maybe he can close it out. 3 balls in the 8, I should say. He could maybe close this out for Broken English. Rolling this 3 nice and soft, but he hits the horn. This match has got another twist in it yet, folks. It's not over till the you-know-what lady sings. Yeah, Tony didn't have that ball. And Joshua just has a stop shot here to be on the 3, to be on the 7, to get this to 12-11. And with John at the other table, we could potentially be seeing the makings of Hill action. Could it be? Or could my prediction of 13-11 be correct? But massive amounts of pressure on that ball for Joshua. And leaving the cue ball close to the rail like that, it just made it twice as much pressure. It was a very tough shot under the heat of the moment. Very missable. He shouldn't hang his head there. It's definitely a missable shot. And I like how even his opponent is trying to lift him up, saying it's okay. You're human. Tyson over there giving him a little pat on the back. Tony is pretty clutch. I don't think she'll let this one slip away again. Miss 8 in the side to put Broken English onto the second round of the winner side. They will be moving on. And the husband-wife battle is won by Lan Fong. 13-10 Broken English. moving on to the second round, and we're moving on to the next round. We're just going to wait for one more match to finish, and then we're going to have the next round coming up soon. So make sure, if you guys haven't already, like and follow our Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube, and don't go far. We'll be back soon.